in Scripture, that's when you saw everyone just losing their mind, because that is the Bible, because it's the Word of God, right? Going out, actually accomplishing God's Word, accomplishing His will, and just showing that exactly what the Bible says, that darkness hates the light, right? Lest its light be exposed. And just some encouragement as well, if you're out there and you're continuing to proclaim truth, just know that Jesus said, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. So we're all persecution. And He also says in John 12, the one who rejects me and does not receive my words has a judge the word I have spoken to judge him on the last day. So just a reminder that those that hear God's word and reject it get angry. They're not getting angry at you, they're getting angry at the one that created them. They're in rebellion against the Creator.
What I love about this too is He includes the gospel so specifically, right? He includes the promises for those of you who are, experiencing all this, these sins and everything that the Bible is living in. Mirror in front of their face and making them realize, because as we said, it's an inborn, you're born with it. We'll be trying to suppress it, but it's there. You can't deny it. And when you start reading Scripture, opening your Bible to people, that mirror starts to reflect that right back in your face, and it makes them extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, they can't escape being made in the image of God and living in God's created world. No matter how far they run, no matter how much they close their eyes, pretend like it doesn't exist, it's always going to be there. So that's what it comes down to.
Interesting. I saw a little quote on some social media platform the other day. It said this: that real Christianity is not popular, and that popular Christianity isn't Christianity. Right? We need to understand that and be okay with that being unpopular. Now, we want to be loving and engaging and winsome as we do proclaim truth, but we want to be bold in that proclamation and expect it to be unpopular in a very secular culture.
That's right. Yeah, we want to make sure we're persecuted for preaching God's word, for preaching the gospel, but not for our own attitude, right? We're not being a jerk out there, but we're actually treating these people with gentleness and respect and pointing them to the truth. And naturally, like Jesus says, we're going to be persecuted for that because the world hates God.
And then there's no segue from that to this next article other than ungodly truth. All right, but here we go. Middle ear of humans evolved from fish gills, according to study. Well, if there was a study, it must be true, right? And so if you're not familiar with evolutionary ideology, humans that evolved from fish along the chain. So you have sea dwellers, fish, amphibians, reptiles, mammals. That's the suggested evolution over time. So humans evolved from fish. So if you catch a fish, you're catching an ancestor, and that's being really cool. You should go back.
Eating fish, John Silver, still one of those.
And so the whole article is about how they think they made a connection between particular fish. So they found cast of a fish brain, which was the size of a thumbnail, basically. Which is that's observational science, right? You're going to cast the brain. So in the present, we can see the cast, we can look at what's going on there, different features of it. Now the age, 438 million years old, that's not observable. That's their inference, that's their interpretation rooted on their assumptions and worldview. But the brain itself, the cast, that is observable. Then they look at the gillespid, which is a jawless fish, supposedly 420 million years old, and they found what they call preserved gill filaments. And they, through looking at these different